Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show, live on WBON-TV Channel 9 and on radio at WEKY, WKXO, and WIRV. Also brought to you by Bishop Small Engine Repair, the Law Office of Patrick O'Neill, Nuevo Vallarta, and the Richmond Raceway. Now let's go live to your hosts, Michael Watkins, Samantha Burford, and Dawson Rule.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome into the Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show. Michael Watkins, Samantha Burford, and Dawson Rule with you here on a Monday night, another hot Monday night here in Richmond, and we're kind of rolling through the summer. Already the month of June is over with. Had a great week of fireworks and everything last week, and already second week of July here now kicking off. And speaking of kicking off, it won't be too long before these guys are doing just that. We've got some EKU football players joining us once again. We got Cam Jr., Colin Robinson, and Trey Gooden here with us this Monday night. And Samantha, this is like the third year we've had the football players continuing to come over and continuing this series that we've been doing. A lot of fun getting to kind of know these guys. You know, we started with, I remember, Parker and Matt Jackson a couple of years ago. Last year, getting to talk to some of the other guys, and then just kind of rolling things along. We got some defensive guys here with us, and good to talk to you fellas. First of all, you know, talk about the off season, how things have been going as you guys work to prepare. You know, what the season's less than 60 days away. I feel like, so we're really gearing up for football season to be here.
60 days. Me personally, I feel like we've come a long way since we first started out. You know, going and getting to work with these guys, blood, sweat, tears, everything like that. It's a lot. It means a lot to me.
Step a little bit closer there, former vet Mike. Yeah, you're good.
It means a lot to me. I know it means a lot to them. But I mean, we've come a long way. You know, I really can't wait to get on that field for season opener and really see what we got going.
Cam, same question for you. You know, we talked a little bit to you last week, but just seeing the guys out there gearing up for what should be an exciting season for you guys.
Well, me personally, I feel like it's going to be a good season. We've been critiquing a lot of stuff from last season, learning how to finish our practices, finish our lifts, and doing the best we can to progress this season. I feel like it's going to be a good season coming up. So,
Matt, same question for you.
Yeah, so this offseason has really been, if you ask me, I feel like it's been pretty special for us. The coaches have done a magnificent job with recruiting. They've brought in some key pieces for us that's probably going to be pretty good for us. And I feel like as players, we've done a great job holding our end to the deal and, you know, bonding, building up that relationship with the new players and each other. And the offseason as a whole has been a real grind. And I'm just ready to display.
Hit somebody else, right?
You know, every week when we talk to the players, we get to know you guys a little better. We hope that our community and the fans of EKU football are getting to know you guys a little bit better. It's so fun because, you know, when you got your helmets on, all we see is the number. This is a perfect way for fans to be able to go, you know what? I really like these guys. I want to get out there. I want to buy some season tickets.
See their personality.
And see your all's real, true personality. Because like we were talking before we came on the air, there's been some smack talk between the defense and the offense. Give us some ideas of what happens basically during your all's practices. Do you guys smack talk during practice? Because I'm asking some questions we haven't asked the other guys.
Shoot, I feel like practice is always a big intensity for everybody. You know, get a lot of stress off, get a lot of problems off the field. You know, if you have a problem with your brother, a problem at home, it takes a lot of stress. So you take a lot of stress on the opposite side, and you know, you get to do what you want. You get to play how you want. Do whatever you can to better yourself, but also talk smack to the other side. So I feel like I talk a lot of crap, and the defense as a whole talk a lot of crap.
We definitely do.
It's a big thing.
All three of you talk smack. So it's really the offense. They're the ones that said, we don't.
They did say that, didn't they, when we had them on?
When we had them on.
They're very.
But Gabe, I think he talks smack, right?
You said Gabe?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Not the best smack talker, but he talks.
He's not the best. But
Well, to that point, who is the best smack talker? Now, I remember last year we talked to Mike Smith Jr., and he just seemed like he's one of those guys you don't want to get into a trash talking contest with. But who do you guys think, who's the best trash talker on the team?
Man,
You can say yourself if you think it's you too. I mean,
I
if
would
you-
definitely say myself.
okay, all right.
Me personally, I say myself, but I say Kylan and Mike be up there talking trash.
And we're gonna make it 3, and I'm gonna say myself too.
Okay.
But I keep it a little more low key. They
Oh
don't
yeah.
know when I'm talking.
Well, I see. I mean, just from like the one time we talked to Mike, I was scared to talk trash with him because I mean that's one thing. That's what I did when I was playing. I played basketball. That's what I did. That was my role on the team.
Right.
But Mike's just like, he just like you look at him like, yeah, I ain't messing with you. So I feel like that's when he would like say something mean about you, hurt your feelings a little bit. It's what Mike's like he would do to you.
True.
Take us into the mindset of being a defensive player for EKU, and all three of you guys can answer. Start with you, Kyle. Just what is it like day to day when you're either in practice or out there on the field for a game? What's the mindset of just being how do you go out there and get your opponent?
Honestly, when I was younger, one of my coaches gave me a great saying that stuck with me, and it's called, like, just make sure you're always the hammer and not the nail. I feel like being a defensive player, that's pretty much the best explanation of what type of mindset to have, because at the end of the day, being on defense, you have to tackle.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta get your hands dirty. You gotta hit somebody, and you can't be scared of that contact. So showing up to practice, it really helps me just sharpen that, make sure I'm on point, ready to make my play.
And go ahead, Ken.
No, me personally, I really feel like if you're going to play defense, you got to have some type of crazy mindset. You got to be a crazy person. If you're going to go out there and hit somebody, go against somebody 300 pounds a day, coming full speed, you got to have some type of sense of insane. So, playing with the defense, I feel like I go hard every day just to hit somebody, to prepare myself to hit somebody else. I mean, we go against our teammates, we all going to go crazy just to try to kill each other at the end of the day, but never hurt each other. So I feel like playing defense, you got to have that little grit in your heart to do it.
Absolutely, yeah.
Feel like that way, Trey?
Definitely got to have some grit, without a doubt. For me, it's hit or be hit, and me not being the biggest frame, I know that I got to come down and hit. You ask anybody on the team, I'm a hitter. So I say really coming into practice is more like honing my ability, honing my skills, staying focused on technique, craft, stuff like that. And then when it comes down to it, I know I'll come down and make a hit.
Perfect. Now, that's what you got to have from your defensive guys, right?
Yeah.
100%.
When you guys look at your backgrounds and the way you came to Eastern, Trey, you've been here since the beginning. Kylan, I think you went to Missouri,
Northwest Mississippi.
Mississippi, and then you came from Cincinnati. So it's kind of 3 different avenues to become a colonel. So talk about the way you all came from Eastern and what that, like, the history and the background and what led you to come here, and maybe some of the differences between EKU compared to the other schools. And Trey, obviously, you came here at the beginning. So what was it like for you?
So for me personally, I came out of high school, had a few offers, and I mean, like, obviously I had interest other places too, but it just felt like Eastern Kentucky was going to be my home. It was close to home. Not only was it close to home, but I already had people that I knew up here in the area.
Okay.
Had family close by. So it was just really a home fit. I came up, got on visits, came on officials, and everything just kind of stuck right then and there. I was like, all right, EKU's the place I'm going.
Cam from Cincinnati, so talk about that, the transfer down.
Coming from Cincinnati, it was like a big change for me because I committed there, and Coach Fickle was there with me, and then once he left and went to Wisconsin, it kind of made a sense.
Changed things up.
I need a league because my coaches left, so I took a big step, jumped in the portal, and I had a lot of big offers, a lot of big schools coming for me, and they wanted me to play inside linebacker. Me personally, I'm a athletic type of guy that likes to cover and likes to come off the edge. So Eastern Kentucky gave me an opportunity to come off the edge and play how I want to play. And one of my old high school teammates, he also put my name in the coach's ear, which is one of the best opportunities I had, to come play for Walt Wells and all my coaches down here, because you feel me. That's an opportunity that a lot of people who jump in the portal don't get. Yeah. It's either you're going to get picked up or you just not playing football. And, Eastern Kentucky definitely gave me that opportunity to do that.
All right, Kylan?
So as you said, I'm a JUCO product. I went to Northwest Mississippi. I was there for 3 years, man. I went through COVID there, so pretty tough, yeah. But we fast forward to when I got to EKU, man. I literally graduated, and I had to pack my bags for a visit out here, like, the next night. It was pretty wild, but I got out here. One thing that attracted me towards Eastern Kentucky was Coach Hawkins and Coach Johnson. Like, they used to pay visits to Mississippi, just to come talk to me, and we were having, like, meaningful conversations. I liked how they would come off, but I would say they played a big part in it, but it was really when I came here for my visit.
Okay.
And I actually got to speak and meet Coach Wells. His demeanor really attracted me, man.
Yeah.
I can't lie. He's just loud and proud, and he's a man that's really confident in whatever he says or what he thinks or believes, so on and so on. As a man, football aside, that's something I really respect and like that attracts me towards. You know, you confident, you know what you're doing, you know what you're talking about. If you got a vision, I'm all behind that, you know. And Coach Wells, he definitely had and has a vision, and here we are now. We're about to get it done.
You know, we love Coach Wells. I mean, he comes over and talks to us quite frequently.
We could have a whole hour of
Yeah,
show.
we can. Well, I just feel like Coach is you can talk to him, but he can also talk to you, and he can get into you. Like he knows when to kind of joke around, and then he also knows when to maybe get in your jersey a little bit. And I think that's, as a player, you have to respect that because it's someone you can be friends with and you can respect. But you can also know, like, this guy's going to, if I don't do my part, do my role, he's going to get into me a little bit.
All right, you two have the same major. You guys just both graduated from sports management.
Yes, ma'am.
Did you guys have classes together? You're both going for your master's, right?
No, we did not.
You did not have
Both of our
classes
masters.
together,
crazy,
but you
right?
graduated the same thing. How did that happen?
Man,
Yeah, no,
I couldn't even tell you,
That's by
honestly.
chance completely. I had no clue until you just said it.
yeah.
And both of you going for your master's, right?
Yes,
yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
I don't know how you find the time, truthfully. I mean, of course you want to play football, obviously. And you, red shirt, senior, and a senior. I mean, it's impressive that you guys are making all that happen.
Thank you.
It really is.
Appreciate that.
I guess it's different now. It's sports science, right?
I'm
One
doing
of
exercise science.
And I'm doing
Extra-
sports administration.
Man.
sports administration.
That's
pretty
impressive stuff.
impressive.
That's
Yeah.
not. I remember like when I was in school, Eastern was the fourth school that I finally ended up at, but just I was
You
ready to be
flunked out
done with it.
everywhere else?
No, I didn't flunk. I got kicked out of one of them, but that's a long story for another day. But yeah, but how do you guys feel about campus? I mean, because to me, Eastern was special. Like, it just felt like home.
Yeah.
And obviously, I mean, I graduated in 2012. It's been a long time. Campus has changed a lot since then, too. But whenever you guys came here, like, what attracted you to come to Eastern besides the football? Like, what made you just like Richmond, or was it campus? Was there one particular thing that you really just liked?
Girls.
I would say, oh my goodness. I would say
That's
it was
why I came. I mean,
it was a mix of everything, honestly. Like campus itself, like you was talking about, like I feel like it's super laid back. Everybody's super down to earth. You're not meeting two people that feels like they're too high profile for you to talk. Like, I can't tell you how many times I've been caught in conversation just random, go into lowercase to go get food, and next thing you know, I bump into somebody I went to high school with.
oh,
Like,
okay, yeah.
it's just, you never know who you're gonna see, and then any interaction I've ever had it's always been good. So it's just always been a great fit for me, is the best way for me to put it.
Dan, you going next?
Anybody?
Yeah, just talk about what attracted you to Eastern. Like,
do you like about
yeah, wake up over there, man. Got the
He's
bucket
got his hat on.
No,
I
he had
know.
practice. He's
We
tired
said
from
we
practice.
said
I got
girls,
you.
and he got distracted. That's the key word by him.
Well, you know, campus is beautiful. You know, I feel like you get to meet a lot of new people outside of
Oh, yeah.
football.
Absolutely.
And a lot of them people gonna be in your class, and they gonna help you because you know you got a lot of football players that you know got the brains to help you.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And some that don't. But hey, me personally, you're going to have that one female, one guy in your class going to be like, hey, I can help you if you're struggling, and I can get you through this. And that's what I like about meeting new people, especially coming to Eastern Kentucky, because come from Cincinnati, you come from big city, and then you come to Eastern Kentucky, and there's a lot of people that's from everywhere around Kentucky. So it's a little country area. I like it. And I feel like it's a nice move for me.
Aaron.
Campus-wise, what attracted me here is the fact that this school isn't too big, but it also isn't small. You know,
Yeah.
it's like
The perfect size.
Yeah, it's pretty much the perfect size. Like, I really appreciate being able to show up to class, and it's not 150 of us, and
Yeah.
it's like rather 20 to 30, and we can actually have conversation with our teacher, and you know, we can conversate instead of us just being a number. That was a big thing for me, and also just the people here. Like, I've never came here, or like I've never walked in the store or anywhere around campus and see somebody frowning up, you know, just looking down. Mostly everybody looks pretty positive around here, and that's pretty good for me. I like that.
That's because they watch the sports show every Monday night.
Yeah.
Everybody gets
They
their
knew you
spirits
were gonna be on
raised.
here.
Yeah. I mean, that's what happens.
As a defensive unit, you know, last year there was ups and there was downs, and a lot of plays that could have changed how the game was fall on the defense. And how are you guys taking that into this year mindset-wise, like stepping up as a unit in total? You know, different positions, but how are you guys stepping up for next
He's
year?
ready.
Personally,
Okay.
We taking it personal.
There you go. I like it.
Dive a little bit more into that. Like what goes through your head when you think about last year, and you say you take it so personally.
So me personally, man, I've been out 2 years just dealing with injuries and rehabbing and all of that stuff. But just to dig off into why do I take this personal for the defensive unit, it's because we were ranked last in the nation pretty much for like total yards and all of that stuff. And I know other teams are going to see that, and they're going to pretty much have that kind of bottom of the shoe look on us like we're not really worried about them. We seen what they were on last year. And also, after the games that were pretty ugly, we have the games where really we just didn't finish hard enough, you know. A game that really just sticks out to me when y'all speak on that is UCA, man, where it's really one play changes the whole course of the game. And it makes me just think, like, if we can eliminate those, you know, those few bad plays, we're really in a good approach to where we want to go, where we want to get to.
And you guys have a lot of experience too. I mean, do you feel like that kind of helps you out going into this year?
Yeah, no, absolutely. It definitely does. I mean, the biggest thing is we just got to take what we learned from the past season and just sit here and constantly improve like we have been, honestly.
Yeah, like he said, it's a finish thing. And you gotta want to finish.
Oh, it's on the shirt right there. Finish.
It's a finish thing. You gotta want to finish. You gotta want to come in the game and be like, I'm not nervous, but I'm ready to go. Like, I'm gonna have these little jitterbugs in my stomach, but I'm ready to go. Like last year, I feel like a lot of times there's a lot of players that weren't ready in the head, but I feel like this year we come with a lot of new guys, and a lot of the same old veterans come in here ready to play because we're thinking about the first game. We've been thinking about the first game since we started our first lift, and that was like 3 months ago. I've been ready. Everybody been ready, and the defense this year, and I've seen it like from coming in the fall last year. It's a big change. I feel like everybody's ready to get into.
Got something to prove, seems like.
Definitely have something to prove.
Cam, talk to us about you coming from Cincinnati. You guys played Cincinnati last year. That probably was the hottest game on the face of the earth.
Yeah, it was hot.
Talk to us about that. You had to know other players on the team. How did that go?
Yeah, coming from Cincinnati, I knew a lot of players on the team. A lot of players, my friends, they all talking stuff to me when I'm in the game on the sideline. It was a game.
Talking smack or nice? Like, hey.
It was smack.
It was smack.
Yeah.
That look on his face, I knew what it was.
It was a game of adrenaline for me. I was so ready. I was really like, I need to get my get back because when the Louisville coaches came in, like from Louisville, and they brought a whole new staff, it kind of rubbed me the wrong way because I stayed there spring, and the coaches wasn't what I expect them to be, especially like them telling me like, you're not good enough, and like I'm like, yeah, I got an edge, not against the players but against these coaches, and it was all that game for me. It was just to prove a point, and so yeah.
Well, before we take our commercial break, you talked about the defense having something to prove. What do you think is the biggest difference this year as opposed to last year? Why do you think there's more confidence and maybe more continuity within the defense?
Camaraderie. Most definitely.
It's more used to more guys are more used to each other and things.
Like Cam said, we have multiple vets coming back, people that played last year. They went through last year, what went on with that. But we also brought in experience and just some naturally gifted players in the portal. And I feel like the way we bonded together, the way we brought the new people in and helped them understand what the program is here at EKU, they clicked on pretty fast. And like, really, the quicker you can click, the better things can get to rolling. And the other stuff, the other steps that's leading to success. And yeah, just us bonding together and everybody understanding there's one bigger picture, one dream, one goal we all trying to reach. It's just stuck with us all summer long, and I feel like it's going to transition.
We'll take our first commercial break. When we come back, we'll talk about the upcoming schedule. It's not too far away, guys. Football season is here. We're in the heat of it. We'll talk to these guys about the schedule and more when we come back on the Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show.
Are you looking for a brand new SUV that won't break the bank? Look no farther than Jack Burford Chevrolet, home of the newly redesigned 2024 Trax. Bigger, bolder, more refined, and starting under $25,000, the new Chevy Trax is really upped its game. Come see us at Jack Burford Chevrolet in Richmond or check us out at jackburford.com to see everything this new Trax has to offer.
Who makes the best meal in Richmond? Nuevo Vallarta. Friendly service, a place that's good for kids and good for groups. Head to Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond. Nuevo Vallarta is known for warm hospitality, great prices, great food, and the best fajitas in town. Start with an appetizer, order a la carte, or choose from their huge menu of Mexican favorites for grown-ups and kids. Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond.
I'm Michelle. And I'm Jennifer. And in the spring of 1992, Bishop Small Engine Repair was born in our mom and dad's barn in Estill County.
Then in the fall of 1992, we made the move to Madison County, where we are today. With the support of our family, customers, and community, we have continued to grow in the outdoor power industry. With a full line of products from Kokudet, Grasshopper, Echo, and Shindawa, we can help you tackle your yard so you can enjoy it with your family. Bishop Small Engine Repair, where our focus is our customer. Stop on in.
We can't wait to see you.
Richmond's very own TV station signal is now stronger than ever. If you're enjoying free over-the-air TV, rescan your TV now for all the channels WBON-TV offers, including Channel 9.1 with the AMG network featuring great programming like Forensic Files, Cheaters, plus live local sports and our daily Live at 5 local newscast. Channel 9.2 with the Buzzer Network. Enjoy your favorite game shows of yesteryear. Channel 9.3 is the Heartland Network with classic country and southern gospel music, The Crook and Chase Show, classic movies, Jimmy Houston Outdoors, and much more rural living programs. And Channel 9.4, that's Retro TV, featuring classic TV shows and movies you love and remember. For more information on over-the-air TV, visit our website, WBON-TV.com, and click the Over-the-Air tab. Drop us a line today and let us know where and what you're watching. Email us at info@WBON-TV.com.
At WBON-TV 9, you can count on our weather team to keep you up to date with all the latest developments, watches, and warnings.
We're here for you night and day, 24/7, no matter what the weather brings.
WBON-TV 9 and our media partner 100.7 The Coyote are dedicated to you. That's why we say when the weather turns extraordinary, so does our coverage.
Get your forecast each weekday during the Live at 5 newscast on WBON-TV 9, where every local story starts here.
We're back here on the Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show, talking some EKU football. Got head coach A.W. Hamilton for the basketball team joining us here following this segment as well. But I'm going to dive back in. Guys, before we went to commercial break, I kind of brought up the schedule. We know there's those two big games to start the year. You go to Mississippi State, you go to Western. And we know how important that first game is because you want to get off to a good start. But everybody that I've talked to has got that Western game circled. For you guys, now the rivalry's not what it used to be because they don't play every year, but it's still a big deal. So for you guys, what are you all talking about right now? How are you focusing on the first game and not paying attention to game number 2, which is going to be very important for the university as well?
Honestly, the way I see it, we're taking it a game at a time. Like, we're not putting too much emphasis on one thing or the next. We're taking it one game at a time, one opponent after the next, just trying to get dub after dub.
All right, Cam?
Well, I look at that game as a maroon game.
There you go,
maroon versus maroon. Like, who's the best maroon? Doesn't matter if you're in the SEC, ACC. It's a game. It's a game at the end of the day. We all play football. We all grown men. So at the end of the day, who's going to win and who's going to be the bigger man?
Aaron?
While everybody's circling Western Kentucky, I'm going to go ahead and admit I definitely have Mississippi State circled on my calendar. I'm from Mississippi. So this is a homecoming for me. And also, like I said, I'm coming off of 2 different injuries, 2 years worth of just sitting. This is big for me. I'm going to have a lot of family, a lot of friends, and it's also just, I guess, a grudge match just because I can say Mississippi State, they slept on me. You know, I was at home. You know, I played football in Mississippi, and they looked right past me. I take it personal, but it's like I'm here at EKU, so like I really don't care that much. But just to be able to go home and whoop up on them,
a little chip on your shoulder, right?
Yes.
Chip on my shoulder, man.
So your family's going to come in?
Oh, most definitely.
Yeah.
Now, were your all's families do they come to EKU?
Yeah, my family does.
Who's from Campbellsville? Somebody's. Okay, you are. So yours are fairly close.
Absolutely.
But
Every home game.
Taylor County's out west, right? Isn't it out west? So Western's kind of like a little bit of a homecoming
they'll
for you.
be at that one too, I'm sure, without a doubt.
I was going to ask, you were near Mississippi State, right, in the community college?
I was born in Oxford, lived in South Haven, but I wasn't just too far from Mississippi State. I'd say probably about 2.5, 3 hours.
No, he's near he's in Ole Miss territory.
Yeah, I was going to say Ole Miss.
My daughter went to Ole Miss.
Okay. Well, anyways, wrapping that up, I mean, we've also got rivals like Morehead State. They're an old rival. I mean, and going towards the conference kind of, we were so close last year, even with a couple off games, couple games we lost in the last play. Austin P and Central Arkansas and all that.
Tarleton State, that was another overtime loss.
Yeah, what's the motivation to get the UAC this year? I mean, you guys were so close and you've improved this year. I mean, how are you marching towards getting that conference so we can get back to the NCAA tournament, the FCS tournament, I should say?
Well, what I say, last year, I felt like there was really set leaders on our team. It was like picked leaders that you just automatically, when I walked in, I was like, oh, yeah, he's a leader. But I feel like this year, everybody wants to be that leader. Everybody wants to step up and speak up and be like, hey, man, after every lift, every practice is, hey, man, we got to get better tomorrow. We got to fix the little things. You messed up right here. You messed up right here. As a unit, it's a lot to work on. So I feel like there's a bunch of leaders on this team ready to teach each other and be better, like teaching themselves.
Anything else, guys, kind of following up on that? Yeah. So, like, when you're looking ahead at the conference, obviously there was a couple games that were real close, almost won it. Lots of players coming back, lots of improvements. What's the mindset going towards getting the conference this year so we can get back to the NCAA tournament like we were 2 years ago when y'all played Gardner-Webb?
For me, I'd say just a game-by-game, play-by-play mindset, because where we fell off a lot of times, I feel like we got too comfortable. Some games we will probably just be coasting through. We ain't worried about it, but we not in a position to not worry about it, and that really messed us up. We probably also downplay some of our opponents. So I feel like just coming in with I'm going to win each play mindset, that's really going to set us apart from the rest of the UAC, and just not getting complacent. That's really going to bring us far because we have the talent, we got great coaches, and the mindset, from what I've seen, is definitely there. I just really feel like it's making sure we play 4 full quarters, play till the clock says 0. And it's gonna really help us out a lot.
Is there a road trip y'all are excited about? Going to Texas a couple times. Obviously Mississippi State, we just talked about that. But beyond that,
Utah.
Western,
And
Utah, maybe?
Again.
Oh,
Southern Utah in October.
Oh, y'all will be playing in the mountains.
Yeah, because they went to Utah last year.
Yeah.
Are you ready for the cowbells?
Absolutely.
I mean, because it's going to be
I
loud.
plan on walking out with one.
There you go. There you go.
How you going to get your hands
There's
on
the
one?
smack talk we've been waiting on.
You could go steal one or something.
I
Come
want-
out there.
We're going to find a way.
I want to
that would
talk
go
to you
hard.
about your whole family is apparently athletic. Cousins, dads, uncles,
everybody.
brothers. I got to look it up. Talk to us about that because you guys got basketball, football, all the works in the family.
Well, I've got 2 cousins. One's actually just committed to Bellarmine not too long ago, was playing over there. Another cousin coming out of high school who's probably going to end up coming here, I hope. We're hoping. We'll see how that goes. I'll keep talking to him. We'll see how that goes, though. And then other than that, my oldest brother, so Quentin Gooden, he played basketball at Xavier University. Started as long as I can remember, went to as many games as I can remember. But, I mean, whole family's full of
You had a
athletes.
cousin play at UK.
Yeah, my cousin Kyvan.
Like basketball.
Yes, ma'am.
He's got a whole athletic family going on.
So, and I think we talked about it, I think, 2 Mondays ago. We had Joe Horn's son is on the team.
Yep.
There's a lot of guys on your all's team that's got just family members that have either played in the league or had a chance to play in the league. Do you think that gives you all a bit of an advantage knowing that, and there's a lot of players that make it to the NFL. There's a lot that don't as well. And I know that's the dream for everybody, but do you think that helps you guys, in just game prep, preparing for winning, but then also maybe preparing to get to that next step?
What y'all think?
Really, me, all my brothers, my dad, and
His dad played
cousin.
football.
Yeah.
Ask him where. Tell us.
He definitely.
What'd your dad play?
He played at Alabama. And
Okay.
he played 13 years in the NFL.
Okay.
Seahawks, Cardinals, and Dolphins. And brothers. Got a lot of NFL brothers in there.
Yeah, so you guys have got it. I mean, it's there.
You just want to be the best at the end of the day. And sometimes it's going to be hard. 13 years in the NFL, I don't know if I want to play that long, but it's going to be like it gives me the edge out. Like, they teach me a lot. They want me to be better than them. But at the end of the day, it's all the competition at the end of the day for us. Yeah.
That's some serious wear and tear on your body.
Oh, yeah.
That many years.
But you guys love it, though. I mean, that's what you're out there for. We got time for one more question if you guys have got a good one.
I mean, are we going to win next year? We going to beat Western? We going to beat Mississippi State? I mean,
yes.
we going to win the
UAC?
There we go.
Yes.
I definitely think so.
All right.
Yes.
What do you?
Look at him. He's got
Yeah.
his game face on.
Oh,
He's
this guy's all
ready. He's
business.
ready today.
Yeah, Kyron's all business.
Yeah,
I like it.
He's
Kyron's
all business. He is finished.
Yeah. Well, Kyron, and we'll ask these things for you guys too. So, last question: what's the biggest difference going into last season, going into this season? What's the biggest difference that gives you all confidence that you can do what you all want to do and go out there and win the game that you want to win?
How we're going into the season. So last year we came in fresh off of a playoff appearance, feeling good. We got Parker back, we got, Matt Jackson was gone. We had a couple of pieces though.
Logan transferred in.
We was just like, okay, we just made the playoffs last year. These are gonna be the same people we played. And like I said, that was the complacency that kicked in for us. And it was a wake up call all year. Well, now we get to this year where we dealt with all of the heartbreaks and the failures of last year, and I really feel like that's our drive now. Like, we got to make sure we don't go out like we did. You said we got to make sure games don't end in overtime. We don't even want to go to overtime with any of these teams. We
Take care of business.
We want to get in the fourth quarter, and we're managing the clock. We're trying to run the clock out, and I just feel like we really got a kill mindset to really get it done.
There you go.
Don't let up.
Well, guys, it's always a pleasure talking to you all. We appreciate it. I mean, football season, it's here. Well, our first game.
It is.
Well, I was looking at the schedule just a second ago. We got go to Mississippi State August 31st. So we're less than 60 days away
I got the schedule
from the start of
Actually,
college
the
football
schedule's
season.
changed.
Yeah,
so
it has
get
changed.
your tickets now. You can get tickets as low as $50.
Yeah, EKUsports.com. It's the place to go because these guys are going to be out there rocking. They're ready to go.
I'll be in trouble. You'll see me at the Western game, half red, half maroon.
Show them the gun
and
show
the guns.
right here.
Half maroon. My daughter's cheerleading
for Western.
Yeah.
So she'll
cheer
for the cheerleaders of Western, but
and
for
the football team for
EKU.
EKU.
There you go.
Okay. All right.
Got to beat them.
All right, guys. Good luck this year. Get to work, and we'll be out there cheering for you when the season begins.
Thank you so
We'll step
much.
aside for another commercial break. When we come back, A.W. Hamilton will talk to us. EKU basketball, a big difference for them this year as well. We'll discuss that when we come back on the Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show.
Are you looking for a brand new SUV that won't break the bank? Look no farther than Jack Burford Chevrolet, home of the newly redesigned 2024 Trax. Bigger, bolder, more refined, and starting under $25,000, the new Chevy Trax is really upped its game. Come see us at Jack Burford Chevrolet in Richmond or check us out at jackburford.com to see everything this new Trax has to offer.
Who makes the best meal in Richmond? Nuevo Vallarta. Friendly service, a place that's good for kids and good for groups. Head to Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond. Nuevo Vallarta is known for warm hospitality, great prices, great food, and the best fajitas in town. Start with an appetizer, order a la carte, or choose from their huge menu of Mexican favorites for grown-ups and kids. Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond.
I'm Michelle. And I'm Jennifer. And in the spring of 1992, Bishop Small Engine Repair was born in our mom and dad's barn in Estill County.
Then in the fall of 1992, we made the move to Madison County, where we are today. With the support of our family, customers, and community, we have continued to grow in the outdoor power industry. With a full line of products from Cadet, Grasshopper, Echo, and Shindawa, we can help you tackle your yard so you can enjoy it with your family. Bishop Small Engine Repair, where our focus is our customer. Stop on in. We can't wait to see ya.
Richmond's very own TV station signal is now stronger than ever. If you're enjoying free over-the-air TV, rescan your TV now for all the channels WBON-TV offers, including Channel 9.1 with the AMG network featuring great programming like Forensic Files, Cheaters, plus live local sports and our daily Live at 5 local newscast. Channel 9.2 with the Buzzer Network. Enjoy your favorite game shows of yesteryear. Channel 9.3 is is the Heartland Network with classic country and southern gospel music, the Crook and Chase Show, classic movies, Jimmy Houston Outdoors, and much more rural living programs. And Channel 9.4. That's Retro TV, featuring classic TV shows and movies you love and remember. For more information on over-the-air TV, visit our website, WBON-TV.com, and click the Over-the-Air tab. Drop us a line today and let us know where and what you're watching. Email us at info@WBON-TV.com.
At WBON-TV 9, you can count on our weather team to keep you up to date with all the latest developments, watches, and warnings.
We're here for you night and day, 24/7, no matter what the weather brings.
WBON-TV 9 and our media partner 100.7 The Coyote are dedicated to you. That's why we say when the weather turns extraordinary, so does our coverage.
Get your forecast each weekday during the Live at 5 newscast on WBON-TV 9, where every local story starts here.
We're back here on the Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show. Dawson Rule, Samantha Burford, Michael Watkins here with you. We went from talking EKU football now to EKU hoops.
You're already getting it backwards.
Here we go. I know, yeah. A.W. Hamilton here with us. Coach, it's always fun to get with you. I know last year we kind of, when you guys started the season, the football team just talked about it too. They had a little bit of complacency. Now, when we talked to Isaiah and Michael, you could tell that when the conference part of the schedule started, you guys kind of flipped the switch. This year, it's a whole new, different team for you, so it's a lot more different than what it was going into last season when you brought everybody back. So talk about that as a coach, what it's been like for you, just kind of critiquing the roster, going into the portal and bringing guys in, whereas last year you really didn't have to do any of that stuff.
Yeah, let's don't try to flip the switch again.
Yeah, you go.
I don't want to do that. But listen, the team that we had was a special group.
Yes.
I was so proud of that team. They had been together for 2 years.
Yeah.
And I thought what they did, we had such a great foundation.
Yeah.
You look back 2 years ago, you watched us in the CBI, that group would never quit. We start out 4-9. We couldn't get non-conference games, so our schedule was extremely tough.
Yeah.
And we start off 4-9, but we didn't blink. And they won the first championship in 45 years, 5th outright championship in school history. So I was really proud of that team. This year it's different. We've got to lay a great foundation again. And what we got is we got Tay Blanton back for his 5th year.
That's a big one.
Well, he's going to go down as one of the all-time greats. He'll be top 5 in scoring, assist, and rebounding, wins. He's had a historic career. So having him back has been huge. And then Turner Buttrey has really grown. You know, Turner, his freshman year, he was great. He was a rotation guy for us. He made huge shots. If you remember back to the Florida Gulf Coast weekend, I mean, like, he was on fire. It was like he was throwing the ball in the bathtub. And then last year, I thought he was huge for us. And he's taken another big step. And then we got Jackson Holt back, who was out with the knee injury last year. We redshirted
Another good
him.
shooter.
And then we have Mont back. And Mont, you know, Cozy just had such an incredible season. People forgot what Mont did. Mont gave us about 8 to 10 good, solid minutes a game. So, and he's taken a big jump. So I love the group that we got. I'm so happy that we have the pieces that we got coming back.
All right, Coach, you've got some new assistant coaches this year. You named one, I guess, in May, another one here recently, a few weeks ago. Talk to us about that. How is that process working? I mean, obviously, getting them on board.
You know, this is what I say, and people think I'm crazy. I tell all my coaches, like, look to get a better job if you want to continue to advance your career. So I was excited for Mike Allen. He got to go work for John Gross, who he played for. He's going to Akron. He and his wife, Brittany, just had a little boy, and Brittany's family's from Columbus. So it was like, Mike had been with me for 8 years. He's one of my greatest friends of all time. And he comes in and tells me he's got this job offer, and, you know, he doesn't know what to do. I said, Mike, you have to take it or you're fired. You got to take it. You got to go. But I was so excited for Mike, and we just been through so much, and he did a phenomenal job here, just a phenomenal job. And I was able to bring in Ron Jersa, who I played for at Marshall. He's only has 41 years of college coaching experience, you know, so he's been around a few things. And so I was excited to bring Coach back. You know, I loved playing for him. He's like a basketball encyclopedia. He's doing a phenomenal job already. He's working with our bigs. And then I was able to bring in a young guy named A.J. Clark, he'll be one of the best assistant coaches in the country. I mean, he's young, he's energetic. He's a great recruiter. He's great with the players. So I love our additions with our assistant coaches. And then I got to bring in a new director of operations.
Yeah.
You know, Mason Cooper played for me at Eastern, and he ended up getting out of the business. So I bring in a guy named Matt Hurt, who's from, Eastern Kentucky.
Yeah, from Hazard, right?
He's from Hazard.
Yeah.
And so he's worked for Cliff Ellis for the last 14 years. So, I love the staff additions.
The last couple of years in college basketball, a lot of head coaches have had to navigate the portal, and you've brought in some, but this team has a lot of newer guys coming in, including some freshmen. Was that different for you this offseason, bringing in, so many new names from the transfer portal and having to go out and pick guys because some left and some graduated? Was that kind of weird, different this year for you?
No, I don't think so. I coached at Hargrave Military Academy for 11 years. I think in the entire time that we were there, I had 2 guys that came back for a second season.
Oh, wow.
Braxton Beverly.
Yeah.
He played for me for 2 years there, and Iron Bennett. Okay. Other than that, we had 12 to 13 new guys every season. So, and then if you think back a couple years ago, we brought in 8 or 9 new guys that year too. So, but that's just
talking about the season when Braxton came in, and
the year when Braxton left.
Yeah.
When we brought in Tayshawn and Leland and all those guys, we had a big class. So it was fun. I love recruiting. I love selling Eastern Kentucky. Like our university, we're booming. And I'm so proud of Eastern Kentucky. So I love the recruiting process. I love getting families on campus. I love getting families in front of our president, Dr. McFadden. We show really well. And I love what we're doing with our program. And then you look at the facilities, you look at the arena, you look at the new dorms, the new rec center, new dining facility. I mean, who wouldn't want to come to Eastern Kentucky? And I know we talk about it after games in the press conference, but this place is booming.
Free books.
Yeah.
Free books.
Free books, yeah.
Free books.
You know what? You could bring the 3 football players that were just on because they love it too. You asked them, I think. They had great answers.
My daughter Charlie's 10. So we're driving to camp. They love coming to my basketball camp. None of them play basketball, but they love coming to camp. And I was like, where you guys going to go to school? Where do you want to go to college? And Charlie was like, I think I'm going to go to Alabama. I said, no, you can't go to Alabama. You're going to Eastern. But
that starts at a young age.
Yeah, so I'm recruiting her now for Greg Todd.
You got too much ESPN when you got Alabama. You hear 3 schools all the time.
Well, you know what? That's just it. My youngest said, if I don't make Western cheerleader, I'm going to Alabama.
Yeah.
There you go.
Well, Coach, you've had a lot of success with freshman point guards. You look at Wendell Green Jr. when you had him. You had Tayshawn. Leland had a great freshman year whenever you had them a couple of years ago. Now you're bringing a guy like Micah Davis. A guy that when you talk about him, and you've had success recruiting up in Indiana, talk about him and what makes him special and why you're so excited to have him on the team.
So he's talented. He's coachable. He's competitive. He loves to play, and he's got great character.
Yeah.
Meaning that he makes all the right choices off the floor. So
the fans are going to love him then.
They're going to absolutely love him. Every day he gets a little bit better. I'll leave practice and I'm like, wow, did you see what he did? In that second segment in practice, he always shows flashes of just brilliance. And so he's going to be a special player. He really is. I'm excited about him. He fits us perfectly. He's electric. He can shoot. He knows how to pass. He can play off 2 feet. He's going to be a fun player in our system.
So for fans, obviously that's probably somebody they're going to be excited to watch. Talk about some of the other guys that maybe don't have the buzz of him, or some of the guys that you're bringing back, that if you're going out there and talking to fans about coming to watch EKU, who they should be excited about, or maybe somebody that you're excited about that doesn't have the buzz that some of these other guys do.
Well, I got 9 of them, so I could try to go through all of them. George Kimball he was the freshman of the year in the Sunshine State Conference.
Okay.
He's a combo guard. He averaged 20 points a game. He's electrifying. Our fans are going to love George. So then we got Micah Davis. Then we got Jordan Crawford, who was, a big reason why Charleston has had so much success. He was really good for those guys. He'll play combo guard as well.
Okay.
We got Jaden Harris, who was right outside the top 100. He's going to be a freshman, 6'7" wing. He's long. He knows how to play. He can really shoot. We got Tyler Andrews, who's an experienced player. He's a transfer from UMKC. He's tough. He's gritty. He's physical. He's a fearless player, which I like that, the way we play. Myar Wall, who was a top 100 player. He was a 4-star recruit out of high school. He goes to Charleston. and he was a piece in that program, but he was just a freshman. Then we got Cy, who actually went to college early.
That's Martin Nov, right? Is that how you say the last name?
No, you're talking about Nussbaum?
No, so you said Cy.
Cy.
Cy Real?
Yeah.
Okay. How do you say his last name?
So we call him Cy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's all.
Let's don't go
Because they
any
can't say his
Don't
last
go
name.
any
7 feet
farther
tall,
than that.
right? 7
He's
feet tall.
7'1".
7'1".
It looks like Marty Nove is how you would say
Okay,
it, but
yeah.
I'm sure that's not how you say
So
it.
he started at Georgia Tech.
Okay.
And then was at Eastern Michigan. Very skilled. He's big and physical. Then we got DJ Nussbaum, who started every game for VMI.
Okay.
Who I think led the country in moving screens, which I absolutely love it. He's physical. He hits people. So I hope I didn't leave anybody out, but this is a really talented group. We got, I think, Dawson, we got 8 guys, 6'6" or above.
Yeah,
I mean, we got great length and size.
Yeah.
So with the way we play, that'll really help us.
Let's looking forward to next year. I don't know how much you know about it, but obviously the stadium renovation's going on. Where's the team planning on playing games next year? We figured that out yet, or is that news that's going to be hidden for a little bit, or anything local?
No, we're hoping to play 4 non-conference home games.
Okay.
And we're talking with Berea College, obviously with Austin over there. They're great. So, and we want to be close to our fans.
Yes.
So we think we're going to be at Berea College.
Oh, and then it's supposed to be done
in January.
Oh, January.
So
Okay.
by the time conference season rolls around.
By the time conference season rolls around, we'll be back in the arena.
Yeah, now the original plan was to play in the Erdman Center. That's been nixed, right?
Yeah, we're not going to play in there.
Yeah. So
That's where we're practicing.
Yes,
but we won't play in there.
Yeah, I think, Berea College, and that's a good, I think it also is good exposure for them because Austin's doing big things over there, trying to build that program up. And I think working together could be a good thing with as far as this year putting some games over there. When you look at the conference, now obviously, we're a long way away. A lot of guys, there's still portal guys, I believe, that can still come and go, right? Is that until school starts? When does the portal season end?
They could, but not for us.
For us, yeah. But so when you look at the conference, who do you think is the biggest competition for you guys, or somebody that when you look at the 2 or 3 teams that could be really good in conference next season?
We had our conference meetings maybe a month ago in Jacksonville. The thing I love about this league, I love the coaches in this league. Yeah. I could go from I can go from Pat Chambers all the way down to the whole list of coaches, but we got great coaches in this league. They recruit really well. We're a super, super talented league. You look at some of the guys that we lost and some of the guys that are still staying in the league, like Jakari Lane. I think North Al's got a chance to be really, really good. So it'll be interesting. I haven't really dove into all those teams yet. We track what they get and who they lose, but we haven't dove into them all yet. I know this, though. There's great coaches in this league. It's going to be super competitive. It's a league that, the last 2 years we've done really, really well, and it'll be a huge challenge again this year.
Couple more questions, guys?
Yeah, obviously we know football is on campus. Talk to us about what's happening this summer. When do they come back? Are they here? And what's happening in the program?
Yeah, so we just started our 4th week of summer practice.
4th, okay. We were thinking it was a couple of weeks.
And they've been phenomenal. They've been phenomenal. I'm so proud of them, because it's not easy playing here. The standard is different. I know we've talked after our last game, and it was a tough loss. But we expect to win the championship. That's what we're here to do. And so to do that, we call it winning the weight. You wait every day. We all wake up and you can make a bad choice, you can make a good choice, or you can make a great choice. The challenge is we got to make great choices in everything we do. How we eat, how we sleep, how we train, how we watch film, everything. And this group has really embraced that, which gets me really, really excited about this team.
Yeah, because it starts now.
Yeah,
it does.
You don't wait till season starts.
No.
For the nutrition, especially.
You got one more?
Yeah. We talked a little bit earlier about recognizing last year's team. It's the first time in 40-something years it was a regular season. We're going to hang a banner in the new and improved for that team.
I would hope so.
Yeah.
It's the first regular season title in 45 years, and the people that made up that team were so special. You talk about Isaiah Cozart. I just got to give him a trophy.
I saw that.
For
Blocks
leading
leader.
the country in block shots. There's 368 Division I teams. That's a really big deal.
Mm-hmm.
He needs a banner.
He's worked out with multiple NBA teams. You look at Michael Marino, who's going to be a Hall of Fame player. That team was so special. So I hope so. special run.
Blanton definitely
last
need a
one.
banner.
So we know last year for you talked about the start, you flipping the switch when conference play come on, and the way this season ended. As a coach, is there anything that you learned last year that you can use to kind of maybe motivate differently or coach differently this season, or with with it being a whole new crop of guys, is it just kind of going back to how you did things a couple of years ago?
No, I think in this profession, I think in your profession, you try to get better every day. You know, like I'm sure you guys go back and watch the show and see how you can do this a little bit better. Like
we're trying to fix Dawson's makeup,
well,
and we just still
I've
can't
noticed
get it fixed.
Dawson's hair when I got here.
I know.
I'm
growing it out
He's
right
not
now.
having a great hair day, guys.
Coach, this is his last show.
I know. When I found that out, I'm devastated because I love Dawson. Dawson has been great. He's been great
He's the
for us.
nicest one
Well, I
of the
was
three.
telling, I got to get. I
Because
got
life hasn't worn him down yet.
I got to get ESPN Plus somehow so I can watch the games.
We'll
and
get
stuff.
you ESPN Plus. Don't you worry. We'll get, if I have to give you my passcode, I'll give you my passcode.
Yeah, there we go. I'll use
Listen,
that.
no. But before we end, we want to make sure if anybody's out there, you've still got another sports camp coming up. It's in Georgetown, so if you want to take your little ones, go to Georgetown.
Well, we got one next week in Georgetown, but then we'll be back in Richmond at the end of the month. Yeah.
And Chelsea's having a camp. Is she having one more camp too?
I think she.
Hers just wrap up. I know.
No, she's got camp going on right now.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes, in Richmond.
Yeah. So it's very busy. And
you've had one here. You can go to Georgetown, then you can come back.
Yeah.
So
And now give the website. Give the
Yeah.
website again too, so they can go on there and get the information for the camps.
DreamBigCamps.com.
Okay. There you go, folks.
Most exciting
basketball
camp.
and the most exciting camp in the country.
There you go.
See, there you go.
Yeah, and you got the alarm clock, and it's pretty cool the way you brand your camps, and we've been down there to some of them, and just the
Most exciting pizza
excitement
guy.
and everything else that goes along with them. It's just a lot of
Hey,
fun.
you're on it. I like it. Yeah.
You need to go to
I
camp,
forgot about
Samantha.
that. Most exciting pizza guy. He comes in there. Oh,
No, we
pizza.
have our own pizza man.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, listen, he's
In
the
his
most,
costume.
I used to be the most popular camp coach until the pizza man.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so
You've been replaced.
You're
I've
like
been
the pizza
replaced.
man's here, and then
and the kids go crazy.
Food. It's all about the food.
Well, Coach, we appreciate the time as always. Looking
Thank
forward
you.
to an exciting EKU basketball season. We'll
yeah.
catch up
You
with
gotta
you
come
soon
back.
as well. Yeah,
I'll be back.
Yes.
Yeah, so we appreciate that. And camp one more time with the camp in Richmond. You said last week of July.
Last week of
Last
July.
week of July. There you go, folks. All
Go
right.
to both.
We'll step aside for another commercial break. When we come back, as we said, it's Dawson's last sports show with us. We'll look back at his
I'm
run
gonna
here
cry.
with us. Don't cry. You'll make us cry too. And
I gotta fix my hair.
If
I
you've
can't
got
cry.
a tip on what to do with his hair, let us know before we go off the air.
I'm
We'll
now
right
going to be
back.
the nicest one here.
That's not saying
when you're
much.
gone.
Hanging out
take
here on the
that.
Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show.
Are you looking for a brand new SUV that won't break the bank? Look no further than Jack Burford Chevrolet, home of the newly redesigned 2024 Trax. Bigger, bolder, more refined, and starting under $25,000, the new Chevy Trax is really upped its game. Come see us at Jack Burford Chevrolet in Richmond or check us out at jackburford.com to see everything this new Trax has to offer.
Who makes the best meal in Richmond? Nuevo Vallarta. Friendly service, a place that's good for kids and good for groups. Head to Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond. Nuevo Vallarta is known for warm hospitality, great prices, great food, and the best fajitas in town. Start with an appetizer, order a la carte, or choose from their huge menu of Mexican favorites for grown-ups and kids. Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond.
I'm Michelle. And I'm Jennifer. And in the spring of 1992, Bishop Small Engine Repair was born in our mom and dad's barn in Estill County.
Then, in the fall of 1992, we made the move to Madison County, where we are today. With the support of our family, customers, and community, we have continued to grow in the outdoor power industry. With a full line of products from Kokudet, Grasshopper, Echo, and Shindawa, we can help you tackle your yard so you can enjoy it with your family. Bishop Small Engine Repair, where our focus is our customer. Stop on in.
We can't wait to see ya.
Richmond's very own TV station signal is now stronger than ever. If you're enjoying free over-the-air TV, rescan your TV now for all the channels WBON-TV offers, including Channel 9.1 with the AMG network featuring great programming like Forensic Files, Cheaters, plus live local sports and our daily Live at 5 local newscast. Channel 9.2 with the Buzzer Network. Enjoy your favorite game shows of yesteryear. Channel 9.3 is the Heartland Network with classic country and southern gospel music, the Crook and Chase Show, classic movies, Jimmy Houston Outdoors, and much more rural living programs. And Channel 9.4. That's Retro TV, featuring classic TV shows and movies you love and remember. For more information on over-the-air TV, visit our website, WBON-TV.com, and click the over-the-air tab. Drop us a line today and let us know where and what you're watching. Email us at info@WBON-TV.com.
At WBON-TV 9, you can count on our weather team to keep you up to date with all the latest developments, watches, and warnings.
We're here for you night and day, 24/7, no matter what the weather brings.
WBON-TV 9 and our media partner 100.7 The Coyote are dedicated to you. That's why we say when the weather turns extraordinary, so does our coverage.
Get your forecast each weekday during the Live at 5 newscast on WBON-TV 9, where every local story starts here.
We're crying. We're crying.
We're not. Listen, this is when Dawson told me that he was leaving. He said, "You're going to be mad at me," and I knew exactly what it meant. I can't be mad at him. I mean, we're very proud of what Dawson's
and it's
done.
going to be sad.
I know, but y'all were great. Before I joined, y'all let me join. So you just put an extra seat down for me. Y'all will do fine. You know, it'll be okay.
It'll be a lot different. Well, here's the thing: when Samantha goes on her 37 vacations a year, we'll have to Zoom call you in somehow.
Guest host. That's going to be, and you're going to have to.
We'll
worry
have to bring
about
Bargo on, and that'll hurt the viewers.
You know what's going to happen? I'm not going to be allowed to go on vacation anymore.
That's true.
Ooh, less vacation. See?
Well, no, I said what would happen is John will just have to buy an extra ticket for me, and we'll have to do the show from wherever we're on vacation.
Oh, no, I like that idea.
See, that's okay. Yeah.
I like that.
I think John would like it too, because what I'll do, he can just hang out and relax. I'll go spend time with you during the day, and he don't have to worry about it anymore.
He would probably be happy. He'd be on his computer.
Yeah, I say, what's the budget, John? How much can we spend today?
And will you take Samantha to lunch? Get her out of here for a minute.
But
take her shopping.
for the people that are watching, Dawson, kind of give us a breakdown. You're going to North Carolina.
Yes. So I've not even really officially announced it yet. I probably will tonight or tomorrow.
Yeah,
So I'm just told trusted people.
You just announced.
But I'm announcing it right now. So yeah, I'm going to North Carolina, Jacksonville. So that's like near the coast. I don't really know too much about the area. Still studying it, but it's about an hour north of Wilmington and about an hour south of Greenville. About 30-something minutes from the coast area. So I'm going to be doing news, and I'm going to be doing sports down there. Learning how to do some news, and of course picking up sports like always. And it's going to be a good experience. Signed a 2-year contract with them, so going to get to learn about the North Carolina area, live on my own for the first time, leave Richmond for the first time in my whole life. Never done it before. I mean, always lived here pretty much, always been with mom and dad.
You are quite literally ripping the Band-Aid off, right? Yeah.
First time.
Okay, but you'll come back for Thanksgiving.
Yeah, if I can.
Maybe come back for
it's
Christmas.
Like, 9 hours away, so it's a little bit of a drive.
They make planes and cars.
They do make planes.
Yeah, but I got to grind down there, so I got to save some money and be frugal.
Yeah.
So I got to, but
you got to visit family, and then you can come back and visit us.
Here's the thing: Mom retires Halloween, so she can come visit a bunch. And
so we're never gonna get to see
Chase is a realtor, so he can work from anywhere, and Dad probably gets
You're
some time
gonna bring
off.
them all to you.
Yeah. And
well, why would you not go to the beach? I mean, I'm going down there to stay with him.
Come on. I'm about 30 minutes from Emerald Isle.
There you go.
You know?
I love it.
That'll be a lot of fun. No, we're very proud of you, my man. And
Road trip.
when as soon as he said, "Don't be mad at me," I knew what it was going to be, and I know that I know you're nervous, but we're all excited for you. I know the family's going to be excited for you too. Everybody's nervous, but it's a big step. But that's kind of what when we brought you on, we kind of had a feeling that eventually you'd be going on to do bigger and better things. And
that is just what Coach Hamilton said. He wants his coaches.
He's talking about the coach. Yeah,
you get better and you move on.
Yeah.
That's the next step, and time to learn some news and figure out how to do that, and then see what happens, But I'm excited, and it's going to be a good area.
So what I wanted to ask you, 2 questions. When you look back on your time, you've been with us, 3 years now? 3 or 4?
Started interning in fall of 21, I think.
So right around 3 years.
I didn't come on part-time until February of 22, and then I full-time last year.
You've been on the call for some games. You've been on the camera. You've done a little bit of everything.
Done it all.
What has been your favorite moment? We got about 2 minutes left. What's been your favorite moment when you look back on your time with us?
Let's see. Football. Probably doing the playoff games a year or 2 ago where Central made the run. I like that. Basketball, man. That Reed Shepherd game, I got the call where Jalen Davis went off. That was awesome. Baseball, did a team go to state when I was here? I don't know. I feel like did a baseball team?
Central Baseball 2 years ago.
I mean, yeah.
Girls soccer did.
Yeah,
Girls soccer did this year, covering that.
Golf.
Getting
Golf's
to
had a
cover
couple.
Coach Pope's
definitely golf.
introductory presser was awesome. Getting to go to Rupp and do that was so cool. Getting to go to the spring games for Eastern and UK and all that. Getting to cover, EKU's basketball season this year, EKU football, and getting to know everybody in my town a little bit better was probably my favorite part.
I think you choked AW up. He's going to miss you.
Yeah, I'm going to miss
hug.
everybody. I need his ESPN Plus password.
There you go. Well, folks, Dawson will have more on what his next step is as he closes out the week with us.
Can we watch you on YouTube? Will we be able to get your news channel on YouTube?
I don't know. I have no clue. I don't know that stuff yet. Maybe.
Okay.
Well, you got Facebook friends out there. You'll let us know.
You'll be able to go to the website and watch the stories. Like the website will have them 100%.
We'll be able to see.
Just don't get down there and get sunburned and grow your hair out too long like Trevor Lawrence or something.
It's getting like that.
It is getting long right now.
Wind blown. Feel it.
Well, folks, we thank you for joining us. Thanks again to all the EKU football players, Coach A.W. Hamilton. Again, make sure you watch Dawson every single day this week as he closes out his last week with us. For Dawson and Samantha, it's just us two from now on, Samantha. Hope you're okay with that. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next Monday on the Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show.